Guess what? We're making another Sky Island. Welcome guys to another episode inside my survival world, and last time we were in this world we made this massive mountain, probably the biggest terraforming project I ever done in this world. This build was absolutely insane. Anyways, I have a few updates I want to get across before we really get into the meat and potatoes of this next island. So first of all, I got rid of all the leaves. I probably should have done that, but before the end of the last video, but I just kind of forgot. And also, all the snow carpets I accidentally broke in the last episode, it's all replaced, so this build is 100% complete. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. I actually hated this build when I finished it, and I was like, I'm just gonna upload the video. Anyways, I've been working on it for so long, but now the more I look at it, I actually really like this build. I really like how it's all come together. The only thing I would change is like like the gradient. I would make like a better transition from the cyan terracotta to the other shades in the build, but otherwise I think it's pretty good. Anyways, this next build is actually kind of the opposite of this build. We're going to be making a desert sky island, and we're going to be making a desert temple, but I'm not just going to do the thing other people done it where I just like revamp the classic desert temple. I'm actually taking inspiration from a build that Technoblade was doing on the Dream SMP. I'll put a picture on it right now. I think it's really cool. Obviously, I'm not going to try and copy it block for block, but I'm going to take a lot of inspiration from it. And unlike last episode, I don't actually have to spend a lot of time gathering stone because we have a huge back catalog of stone here. I kind of overcompensated with the last episode because I didn't know how much stone I was going to use for this build, so I just got just a ton of stone. But now we don't need to get more stone for the next for at least the next island, because this next island, oh my gosh, it might be even bigger than this. Oh boy, oh no. We already did a little bit of resource collecting. First of all, we got a bunch of just normal sand to use for the island, but we also got some sandstone, and we also need some red terracotta for the desert temple build. Another thing that we need to get is smooth sandstone, and actually in my spawn chunks I have this super smelter. I believe it's by Il Mango, and I have a bunch of smooth sandstone just smelting here. I also just happen to have a lot of glass smelting here from a previous project I never ended up making a video on, but I have a lot of smooth sandstone, but I don't think this is enough. I think we definitely need a lot more smooth sandstone. And over here, a while ago, I made this cactus farm, and it's been doing pretty well. Is this super? Oh, the reason that this actually doesn't have more cactus is because this Ender Pearl chunk loader. I don't know why, but sometimes these Ender Pearl chunk loaders, sometimes the Ender Pearl just disappears. It's a little bit weird. I'm not entirely sure what's the cause of that. Maybe I'll look into it. But the cactus is gonna be very important for the build, because you know, desert cactus, they're kind of synonymous. Did I say that word right? I don't think I did. Oh my goodness, this chunk loader isn't working either. But anyways, enough yapping from me. I'm just gonna put my head down, start working on the project, and I will see you when I have at least most of the resources I need. But I'm probably getting record when I have all of it. That just tends to make more sense. I'll come back with you with an update when I have all the resources. Alright, let's do this. Ooh, all right. You guys enjoy that? That was a lot of work. So at the beginning of the montage, I was gonna be like, "Oh yeah, we're just gonna collect all the resources, and then we'll come. Well, I'll catch up with you." And then getting all the resources was actually the easy part. Like all this sandstone, it only took about like 30 minutes to get all of it, plus a lot extra here. And this doesn't even include like the stuff I like use for that project to like hold up the sand and for like other decorational stuff. I probably need some more smooth sandstone for the actual desert temple, and maybe a little bit more red terracotta, but probably not. And we used up basically all of the sand. Well, not all. We have about like half a chest, a double chest here of sand. But yeah, the island is pretty much complete, except I gotta get rid of the leaves. Always a bad habit. Gotta get rid of the leaves, man. This took about like 3 days to complete, which honestly, like compared to the other islands, it's not even that bad. Like this is one of the bigger islands. That island over there, this took like 7 days, but I think that's because this island is completely hollow inside, while the other island it's not hollow. These cones, these stalactites, are full. All right, so time for some quick statistics. So we use 27,648 stone blocks, and then we also use 6,912 sand and sandstone each. So just a little bit, guys, just a little bit. So the next phase of our plan is actually to build the desert temple, and most of the time I would actually just like freehand it, just go in just without a plan and just start building. But because this is going to be one of my more complex buildings, I actually went to a creative world this time. So I spent about like a day designing this desert temple design. I'm using like Maca, by the way, to show this scan, and oh, part of this is like slightly falling off. Let me see if I can like position this slightly better. Maybe. Here we go. All right, so most of it should be on here. I don't like how this is kind of like just on the very edge. This is a very big build. I probably should have made this island bigger. But yeah, so this is the desert temple. I have no idea what to put inside. So maybe we can do that for a future video, but I don't think I have time for this video. I think I just want to get the desert temple in. And the desert temple is going to require a lot of materials, way more than I currently have So a few things we need to do. First of all, we need to get a lot more sandstone for this build, because oh my gosh, this is just a lot. I think I actually have enough red terracotta. Oh, I don't. Okay, so these 3 chests need to be completely filled. I need way more sandstone than just this. And then we just gotta get started. Oh, I just fell off. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but this is probably gonna be one of the crazier buildings in this project. Oh my gosh. This would have been a mega project within of itself, but I'll get right to it, see if we can finish up this build. Yes, this build looks so good, dude. Oh my gosh. This build looks fantastic. I'm just gonna be... Oh my gosh, this is probably one of, if not the best build here. Actually, no. This one still competes, but I think this one is like one of my best builds I did on this world. Oh my gosh. So this build was ginormous. It turns out there was a lot of mistakes I made in when doing the schematic. So like mid build, I had to be like, oh, this is a mistake, and then I would just have to fix it and go against the schematic. But oh, it's all done and it looks awesome. I'm not doing the interior. We're probably gonna do that next episode. Whenever that comes out. My life is gonna become very busy within the next few weeks, so I'm not entirely sure when the next video is gonna come out, but you know, it's gonna be something, because I'm not very good at interiors. Sometimes I just build a big thing and then I just don't do anything else. I just don't do any other build inside of it. But I want to change that. The inside of this thing is gonna be awesome. At least I hope. One of my biggest worries was that I wasn't gonna have enough resources, because I kept like checking and double checking. I actually have like an entire notepad where I did all the calculations and stuff, which is just the most I ever had to do for a build. I never planned to build out this meticulously, and it turns out really well. This outside like vegetation, like these little ponds and stuff, and all this like small terraforming stuff, yeah, this was done free-handed on stream today. Well, this front part was done on stream today, but yeah, but tonight I finished doing the backside. So let me show you. I made a couple palm trees. This is actually just stripped oak, not oak, jungle wood, and up there's like the normal jungle wood. I was kind of lazy because I didn't really know what would make a good coconut texture, so I figured, you know what, let's just use the jungle logs that I already have, and it actually looks really nice. I'm probably gonna change it so that it's like the block that has like all four sides, the like the bark texture, and doesn't have this small like circular thing on the bottom. And then the back is mostly the same, except with a bigger pond and one palm tree. And hold on, let me just say how much I hated making these palm trees. Like, most of the time I'm okay making custom trees. Like, sometimes they're a little bit annoying. Like, my tree all the way over here, this custom tree, this was kind of infuriating to make, but I did pretty well with it. I really like it. I really like how I did with it. But these trees were just kind of a pain to build. They were just kind of painful to build. But, you know, I think they look pretty good. But this over here I'm really proud of. So, like, instead of making a palm tree, which, as I recently just said, like 5 seconds ago, I hate building. But this is a remix on the desert well using the same palette here. I was thinking of using blue terracotta. Ow, freaking cactus. I was thinking of using blue terracotta here because, you know, water, blue, but I was feeling kind of lazy. I didn't really want to leave my end realm, so just ended up using red terracotta, which I think matches with the build really well. And I didn't build this in a creative world or anything. I kind of just freehand it like I do with most of my builds, and I think, once again, it turned out really well. I really like it, dude. So anyways, that's about it. All of this took just so much work. And it was like the first time I didn't like freehand something in this mega build. I kind of just used light magic, except for that, but this doesn't really count because it has to be 1-to-1. This isn't one of my original builds, but this is the first one where I had to go into creative mode, use a schematic, and then just build it in survival instead of just freehanding it. This would have been terrible to do in Bedrock. So if you guys don't know, this world used to be on Bedrock Edition, and what I would do is I would build something in a creative world, and then I would have multiple screenshots of that build, and I would just keep going back and forth between the screenshot and Minecraft trying to build it. So that's why a lot of my builds honestly weren't super big, and that's why I got a habit of just freehanding everything. But yeah, so first of all, let me know what you think should be inside of this custom desert temple, because we have a lot of empty space. And so I'm not entirely sure what to put here. Maybe like some sort of like altar here or something. Maybe like an indoor fountain. Maybe that could be cool. I'm not entirely sure. I'm completely blanking on what we should do. And we definitely need to get rid of these torches on the ground, because honestly, I want to stay safe in this world, but oh my gosh, these torches are kind of ugly. Kind of taking me out of the immersion. I'm in this big old... bit. Why is there a random red terracotta there? Yeah, you guys saw nothing. In fact, this terracotta, that doesn't exist. That never happened. But anyways, leave in the comments what you think what I should build in this massive interior, which is probably going to be the entirety of the next episode. And hope you guys enjoyed this build. This build just took... This is probably... I think this is my favorite island in the entire project. Next video, I think will be a nice departure from my usual formula that I've been developing, where I just... One half of the video is just making sky islands in Flashback, and the other half is actually doing the interesting, like, terraforming or building. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I really want to improve my interior building designs. Like, I cannot stand this. It's like triggering me. So I definitely have to like put in some sort of roof design. But I don't want it to just be oak wood. I want it to actually be like detailed, well thought out. Well, not well thought out, but at least like detailed and more than just like one block. I have a couple ideas of what's gonna be interior, but of course I want to know what you guys have to say, because sometimes you guys come to the stream and you guys have these really awesome ideas. Like recently, one of my viewers, Flying Nugget, he made this amazing idea where for the center, I make this mini end island, and I think that's gonna be just such a good idea, because you know, I would like have a remnant of the original end island somewhere in this build, because you know it's iconic to the Minecraft mythos. But once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave in the comments what you think I should put here, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.